One barefoot preacher, one desperate crowd, 50,000 souls marching straight into slaughter. In 1096, months before the knights and nobles rode out for Jerusalem, a wave of peasants, women, and children surged from Europe's heart, driven by whispers of salvation and a hunger for heaven that no bread could fill. They left farms, families, and futures behind, only to meet a fate so cruel it would stain the very idea of holy war forever. This is the untold prelude to the Crusades, where faith wasn't led by kings, but by the starving masses who believed God called them personally. Let's follow their doomed footsteps. Welcome back to Sacred Wars, the only channel that uncovers the wars born from faith and traces their bloodlines straight to the conflicts we face today. If you crave history that grips like a fever and lingers like a shadow, you're in the perfect storm. Save this episode now and send it to someone you love who needs to hear how ordinary people can reshape the world through sheer belief. And if you're discovering us for the first time, subscribe and hit the bell. Let's keep the fire burning. Europe in the spring of 1096 is a tinderbox of unrest, still reeling from Pope Urban II's electrifying call at Clermont the previous November. The continent groans under feudal weights, endless taxes for distant lords, failed harvests leaving bellies empty, plagues that snatch children in the night. Peasants toil on lands they don't own, bound by oaths to knights who see them as little more than tools. The church towers over all, its bells dictating days, its priests promising relief in the afterlife while collecting tithes that build grand cathedrals on starving backs. Whispers of the Pope's speech spread like wildfire through taverns and market squares. Jerusalem, the holy city, defiled by infidels. Sins forgiven for those who take the cross, paradise for the fallen. But while nobles like Godfrey of Bouillon gather horses and armor in leisurely preparation, the poor can't wait. They have nothing to lose but their chains, and everything to gain in God's eyes. This is a Europe where faith isn't a Sunday ritual. It's the last spark of hope in a world of mud and misery, where visions of heaven offer escape from earthly hell. Into this void steps a man who seems forged from the Bible itself, Peter the Hermit, a wandering preacher from Amiens in northern France. Short, ragged, riding a donkey like Christ entering Jerusalem, Peter is no scholar or saint. He's a firebrand with a voice that cuts through crowds like a scythe. He has already wandered the roads for years, begging alms, railing against sin, drawing followers with tales of divine visions. When news of Urban's call reaches him, Peter seizes it like a thunderbolt from God. He claims his own revelations. Angels commanding him to lead the faithful poor to Jerusalem, where the seas will part and walls will crumble at their prayers. Peter's message is simple, intoxicating. You don't need armor or gold, just faith. God will provide miracles for the humble, not the proud lords who delay. By March 1096, his sermons swell crowds in Cologne and Mainz, where thousands kneel in the dirt, sewing crude crosses on their tunics. They are not soldiers, they are pilgrims armed with pitchforks, knives, and unshakable belief. Peter promises the end times are near. Jerusalem's fall will usher in Christ's return. Who could resist such a call when life offers only toil and death? The movement explodes like a dam breaking. From the Rhineland to the Low Countries, word spreads through villages and monasteries. Peter the Hermit is gathering God's army of the poor. By April, 50,000 have joined. Perhaps more. Chroniclers lose count in the chaos. They are a ragtag horde. French peasants fleeing famine. German serfs escaping debts. Flemish weavers dreaming of riches in heaven. Women march with babies on hips, determined to claim salvation for their families. Children tag along, wide-eyed at tales of golden cities where milk flows like rivers. Entire families sell their last cow or loom to buy bread for the road. They have no maps, no supplies beyond what they carry, no strategy beyond prayer. Peter leads them southeast, toward Constantinople, preaching at every stop. The infidels tremble at our coming. God marches with us. Crowds swell as they go. Some join for faith, others for the promise of loot in distant lands. But cracks appear early. Food runs short, forcing begging or theft from local farms. In the Rhineland, anti-Jewish pogroms erupt. Twisted logic claims Jews as infidels at home, leading to massacres in Mainz and Worms, where thousands perish in synagogues set ablaze. Peter tries to rein in the violence, but faith unleashed is a wildfire no one man can control. As the horde crosses Hungary and the Balkans, the dream begins to sour. King Koloman of Hungary grants passage at first, wary of this unarmed army. But discipline crumbles. Pilgrims raid villages for grain, clash with locals over water wells, leave trails of trampled fields. Skirmishes break out. Hungarian archers cut down stragglers, turning roads into graveyards. Peter's sermons grow frantic. These trials are God's test. The weak will fall. The faithful will prevail. By July, the survivors, maybe 40,000, reach Constantinople. Emperor Alexios I stares in horror at this mob of beggars demanding ships to Jerusalem. He ferries them across the Bosphorus quickly, eager to rid his empire of the plague. Now in Seljuk territory, the real horror begins. Turkish scouts spot the disorganized column. No scouts, no formations, just a snake of weary walkers chanting psalms. At Civetot in October 1096, the Turks strike. Arrows rain from hillsides. Horsemen circle and charge, cutting down the unarmed like wheat. Women shield children with their bodies. Men fight back with sticks and stones, screaming for miracles that never come. Peter escapes back to Constantinople, but his army is annihilated. 30,000 dead in hours. The rest captured and sold as slaves in Anatolian markets. The aftermath is a whisper of what could have been. Survivors scatter. Some join the main Crusader armies arriving later, telling tales of betrayal by heaven itself. Peter himself hitches a ride with the Prince's Crusade, preaching to knights now, his fire dimmed but not extinguished. He reaches Jerusalem in 1099, barefoot and broken, to witness the city's fall. But the glory belongs to the nobles, not the poor he led to death. The People's Crusade fades from chronicles, dismissed as a folly of the unwashed masses. Yet its ghost lingers, a warning that faith, when stirred in the desperate, can summon storms no leader controls. One barefoot dream, one desperate march, 50,000 graves. This was not the Crusade of Kings. It was the people's fire, and it burned brightest before it died. If this story left you speechless, do 3 things right now. Comment 1 word, vision or folly. Share this episode with someone you love who needs to hear it. Tell us in the comments, from which city or country are you listening today? We'd love to thank you there. Subscribe, turn on the bell. Your voice keeps this channel alive. This is Sacred Wars, faith, fire, forever. I'll see you in the next chapter.